Hi, boys and girls, it's Miss Amy, and I'll be reading this week's Bible story to you. Our focus this week is that Jesus teaches us what we do when we follow him. Jesus cares for us so much that he gives us examples to show us what he would have us do. The Bible contains many stories that help us understand what we do when we follow Jesus. In this Lent, we're going to hear stories all about giving. So today we'll start with the Lord's Prayer. We'll hear the story, and then we'll talk a little bit about the story and do a closing prayer. So let's put our praying hands together and let's say the Lord's Prayer together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. So today we are going to be reading a story called the Good Samaritan. It is about a man who helped someone that other people did not help just because he wasn't like them. But Jesus shows us that by caring for others just like we would like to be cared for is exactly what we should do. It doesn't matter if the person is just like us or not rich or poor, well or injured, believes in God the same way we do, or speaks the same language we do. In this season of the church called Lent, some of us take on some jobs that may not always be easy for us, but we help others as God would have us do. So today's story from the Bible is called the Good Samaritan. The Good Samaritan comes from the book of Luke. Jesus often used stories to teach people what God wanted them to do. One day he told this story. A Jewish man was walking along a lonely road. Some robbers were hiding behind the rocks beside the road. They jumped out and hit the man many times until he was almost dead. Then they took his money and clothes and left him lying by the road. Soon a priest from God's temple came walking by. He saw the hurt man, but he did not stop to help. Next, a Levite from the temple walked past. The Levite saw the hurt man, but he walked on by too. Then a Samaritan man walked by. The Samaritans and the Jews did not like each other, but the Samaritan man still stopped to help the hurt Jewish man. The Samaritan washed the man's sores and put the man on his donkey. Then the Samaritan took the hurt man to an inn where the man could rest and get better. In the morning, when the Samaritan went on his way, he gave the owner of the inn some money. Take care of this hurt man until I come back, the Samaritan told the owner. After Jesus told this story, he asked, who was a kind neighbor? The one who helped the man, said a listener. Then Jesus said, I want you to be a kind neighbor to everyone you meet too. So boys and girls, hopefully you know that God sent Jesus to teach us how we can help others in so many ways, both big and small. Can you think of some different ways that you can do that? Maybe you could clean up your toys, keep your room nice and clean. Maybe you could help somebody with the dishes. Now that it's getting a little warmer out, maybe you can start to plant flowers. Maybe you could pick up sticks in the yard. These are all ways that you could help others, just as Jesus would want you to do. So Jesus teaches us what we do when we follow him. He wants us to understand what it is like to follow him. Let's put our praying hands together one more time for a closing prayer. Dear God, in this season of Lent, thank you for sending us your son, Jesus, to teach us that all gifts we make in your name are equally important. We thank you for stories that help us learn to follow you. Amen. So boys and girls, be thinking about ways that you can help others. I hope to see you soon. Take care.